Hello and welcome to the presentation regarding the fair credit scoring in the context of the AI product manager specialization. As a first step, let's evaluate the opportunity, introducing the problem. The traditional credit scoring method heavily rely on credit history, failing to consider broader financial behaviors and excluding many potential borrowers like persons that have difficult to access uh, credit history. There is a real problem because the credit scoring is quite inadequate for assessing the creditworthiness of young adults, recent immigrants, and low-income groups. So machine learning can obviously analyze a wider range of data points, like spending pattern, social behavior, etc., and provide a more comprehensive and accurate credit assessment. And obviously, this is a problem that is worth solving because can enhance financial inclusion, expand the market for lenders, and offer fairer access to credit, driving economic growth and reducing the financial disparities, which is quite important. So if we look now at the definition of the problem, in general, underserved population are the target user, meaning group of people who traditionally have limited access to financial services due to factors like lack of credit history, socioeconomic challenges, or geographical isolation. This might include low-income families, young adults without established credit, recent immigrants, or even individuals living in rural areas and in low income brackets. Traditional credit scoring methods, obviously, have said, are inadequate for assessing the creditworthiness of such individuals. And improving credit, obviously, would include this underserved population, foster financial inclusion, and reduce the financial disparities. Today, obviously, is solved the limit on basic criteria like payment history, outstanding debt, and credit age, and traditional methods, obviously. And we could actually, with machine learning, introduce a more responsible financial behavior. So, if we define the success of this system, we can quantify the expected business income impact, like increased loan approval by 20%, reduced loan defaults, market expansion, additional 5% to borrowers, a revenue growth increase in 10% in approximately 1 year, and customer satisfaction increase by 25%. If we want to quantify the results, the output metrics are as expressed in the previous slides: the total loan revenue, the number of customers, reduction in loan default rates, customer satisfaction, survey result, and so on. The added value will be the improvement in credit access for underserved population, enhancing risk assessment accuracy, and increase in financial inclusion and the customer retention rates. If we look now at identifying the factors which may be potentially relevant, of course, are the financial behavior like spending patterns, saving habit, transaction history, demographic information, age, employment result, education level, the social behaviors, alternative financial data like utility payments, rental history and subscription service, historical data like traditional method, economic indicators like inflation rates, unemployment rates, market trends, the psychographic data like customer attitudes, values, and lifestyle choice, and technology access and geographical information. Obviously, the collection of this data needs to be done in respect to the privacy regulations. For the solution validation plan, the concept is to develop a machine learning model that incorporates a wider range of data points to generate more accurate credit scores, improving access to credit for underserved population. After an initial prototype where we can develop a basic model using historiographical data and financial behavior, we can do a pilot testing in a controlled environment, monitoring performance and gathering feedback, and then an iterative improvements of this model until a user validation. Always ensure that there is an expert in the sector, a human, that can just validate the feasibility of the solution and the correctness, of course, accuracy. For the validation plan, establish a continuous feedback mechanism for user, monitor key performance indicators such as accuracy, loan approvals, and user satisfaction, and obviously let someone as an expert in the area validate it, and use an iterative enhancement. Obviously, we could use an alternative actors like heuristic, and we can use it of a kind of a baseline. But obviously, machine learning offers a more nuanced solution, can analyze a vast amount of diverse data, covering pattern inside the traditional method might miss. This leads to a more accurate and holistic assessment of creditworthiness potential, offering fairer access to financial services. And obviously, we expect that the machine learning is much more precise and has an higher accuracy than an heuristic system. For the system design, cloud versus edge, we designed to have a cloud-based system because scalable resources for large-scale data processing, integration with various data sources, and real-time updates. We prefer offline learning because periodic retraining of update dataset ensure robust computational research and through model training before deployments. And batch prediction because obviously credit scores are typically updated periodically and not in real time, and this will optimize the resource usage and ensure an accurate and consistent assessment. Which are the potential risk? Obviously, the training serving skew difference between training data and live data could affect the model accuracy, and regularly they must be reevaluated and mitigated for mitigating the risk. Latency, obviously, since we are online or cloud, data drift, as a shift in user behavior over time can degrade model performance. We need to check if the features are really as relevant as the model is, or we need just to adapt it. And the concept drift, changes in the underlying data distribution can also affect the model accuracy, and regular updates and adaptive learning techniques can maintain the performance. Obviously, we need to take care of the responsible AI consideration, especially in the privacy, because we are talking about something that could affect seriously the users. And we need to adhere to all the data protection regulation which are listed in the slides. Some consideration about data privacy, which is paramount for such a system. Thank you for your time and take care.